Morning, morning, morning. It is Saturday. It is the 2022 version of May the 21st, and you're back here with Bugsy and me. Welcome to the Spurs Talk Show. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? It's a much nicer day today. Much nicer day. Where to begin? Well, there's not a lot of transfer news today, so we're not going to start with that. We'll finish with that. But yesterday, wow. Listen, I don't care how confident you are about Tottenham's abilities to not Spursy it tomorrow against Norwich in the final game of the season. I don't care whether you weren't even old enough to remember Lasagna Gate. But if you were like me, then you can't tell me you didn't have a little bit of, dare I say it, squeaky bum time when the news was dropping all around Twitter yesterday, starting with Gary Lineker, that there was a stomach bug that had infected the Tottenham squad, and that Harry Kane was and then when the truth came out, he'd pulled out of media commitments in the afternoon. Then there's people saying, oh, Bentancur's not been seen at training, Bergwijn's not been seen at training, Sessegnon's not been seen at training. Come on, admit it. A little bit of you was like, oh no, not again. Anyway, Conte came out in this press conference and said, yeah, look, a few members of staff haven't felt great. Harry Kane's got a little bit of a stomach problem, but it's not a big deal. He'll be fit. And we all breathed a deep sigh of unified relief. That essentially the squad news is as we were, still no Romero, obviously no Tanganga, no Skippy, no Reguilon. So starting 11 tomorrow, bearing any disasters, will be Lloris, and then Davies, Dyer, Sanchez, Emerson on the right, Sessegnon on the left, Bentancur, Højbjerg in the middle, and Sonny, Kane and Decky up front. 1 point's all that's needed. What is interesting though, and I guess really exciting for the kid, is what's his name? Forgotten his name. Alfie Devine. Alfie Devine has been promoted to first team training, going to the first team squad for the game. Who's travelling? Youth team player, very highly very highly thought of by people at the Tottenham, in the Tottenham world. I know Jamie Carragher's son, who plays for the team that we poached him from, forget which team that is, said he was devastated when Alfie Devine left. Said the kid's got everything. I even know our friend from Tottenham on tour, Brian Daigle, shout out to Brian. He's a massive fan of Alfie Devine. I think he knows someone in his family that knows him or something. And apparently, according to Brian, this guy said to Brian that the kid's got like Superman genes, Superman genetics, and he's just like a physical beast. You know, the article I read was comparing him to like a Bruno Fernandes type. So I don't think he'll get any game time tomorrow, unless we're like, you know, wildly in control of the game. But it's nice to know that he's getting a little bit of exposure to the first team, and hopefully with a full summer of training with the first team, you never know what might happen next year. Could be the emergence of a new of our next hot prospect. So it's exciting, and I wish him well. So yeah, there's no real damage done apparently from this bug, and let's hope that stays the same. I'm sure there'll be news out today. In transfer news, guys, there's not a hell of a lot to talk about. Rob Page, the Wales manager, came out and said that he's aware, or he thinks that Gareth Bale has signed he signed a deal to come back to Tottenham, and that I don't think he mentioned Tottenham specifically, but I think he said that it looks like he's going back to the Premier League. That if that's not done, then he would like to see him go and play for Cardiff again. And look, I've kind of changed my mind a little bit on the idea of signing Gareth Bale. I'm not going to lie. A couple of months ago, you would have heard me saying on various podcasts that if you want to sign somebody who's a striker who can come in off the bench when Harry Kane needs a break, and you're not going to wince at the thought of how low the quality is, like with Vinicius, but you also need to find a striker who's of that quality that's also happy to sit on the bench for maybe 50+% of games. It's going to be difficult to find that balance, and for me, I always said that Gareth Bale was someone that could meet that balance. And I still think that, but with the prospect of Champions League looming for us, I feel like maybe we can aim a little bit higher. I also really worry about Gareth Bale. You know, like if Wales don't qualify for the World Cup, is he really that motivated to be a part of a project? Probably not. If Wales do qualify for the World Cup, whenever the World Cup finishes in January or December, is he then going to want to retire? And so, if any of those things are true, then you're basically just being a kind of babysitter for a player who's trying to get himself fit for what his priority is, which is his national team. And bear in mind that last season it took him half of the season to get fit to play for Tottenham. So, could almost see him coming in, not playing for Tottenham, and then going to the World Cup. You know, and that doesn't sit right with me. You know, go and just join a gym, Gareth, if that's what you want. So, I don't know. I've gone off it a little bit, but if it's true, if it's what Conte wants, then I'm happy to get on board it, I guess. Doesn't excite me though, and I want to be excited right now. You know, providing we do the business tomorrow, I want to be excited by the names that Tottenham are being linked with. One of those names, I'm not sure if it does excite me, I don't think it does, is Perišić from Inter Milan. 33 years old, left-sided midfielder, left-sided wing forward, but played as a wing-back under Conte at Inter. He's 33 though, guys. Don't get me wrong, world-class player, absolutely world-class player. But again, my questions are, does he want to come and be a part of a project when his career is in this kind of twilight years? I don't know. Does he want to unsettle his family and move across the Europe to play in London? Maybe not, I don't know. But at 33, are you able to, you know, fly up and down the wing all day, all game, every game, the way that Perišić used to do when he was, you know, the difference between being 30 at 29 and 30 and 33 is significant. Trust me, from someone who, when he was 30, was in really good shape, really good shape, doing Muay Thai boxing, to 38, where I can sometimes barely get out of bed. I'm wheezing, just taking my dog for a walk. Yeah, your 30s catch up on you. So I don't know if Perišić is the. I don't know. He's definitely not the long-term answer, is he? So But I know that Conte wants tried and tested. For me though, you know, we spoke about this yesterday on yesterday's Tottenham walk. Kostic, that's the sort of player that gets me excited in the left wing back spot. Perišić, listen, I'll be honest, I don't know too much about him apart from just watching him in the Champions League over the years. And he's a class player, but like I said, I just think his age isn't on his side. And so I don't know how much truth there is to that. Another name that would excite me, if Spurs were being linked to him, is Rafinha from Leeds. Before you get excited, he's not being linked with Tottenham. He's being linked with everybody else because apparently he's got a £25 million release fee in the event that Leeds go down. And so today he's linked with Barcelona, Real Madrid, Juventus, but the team that's in the driving seat for his signature is Manchester United. Like, what's going on, people? Manchester United, who might not even make the Europa League. Well, they will make the Europa League, that's a lie. But, you know, the absolute shit show that is Manchester United are in the driving seat to sign Rafinha, and Tottenham aren't in for him. He's a perfect player for Tottenham. A left-footed, right wing forward to compete with Kulusevski. At 25 million quid, the guy has got oodles of class. I don't understand for the life of me why we're not linked with him. It'd be good if we were. Who else? Obviously yesterday there was all the noise about, which came out after I did the morning walk, so I didn't include it. Alexander Isak, Osminhan, I can't remember how you say his name, the striker from Napoli, I think he is. It might not be Napoli, don't quote me on that, I could be wrong there. And Patrick Schick from Leverkusen. Now these are names that excite me, you know. Patrick Schick, yes please, that kid is awesome. Awesome. I know he plays more on the left side, but Isak, another one, the Swedish guy, I think he is. He's a classy player. I had Iggy on the show yesterday, who helped me out a lot with. Oh, excuse me, guys, 1 second. Bugsy's being Bugsy. Hang on, I'll come back to you. Sorry about that. Bugsy was playing with two young girls. She's a lovely dog, but you never know. Where was I? So yeah, the Osminhan, whatever you say it, Isak, Patrick Schick. I mean, great names, and also Darwin Núñez, the Benfica lad, 23 years old, scored almost a goal every game this season. Look, I don't think we'll get Núñez. I think he'll probably go to Liverpool. But I think Isaac hasn't had such a great season this season. Last season he was flying and killing it. Patrick Schick's been doing it for years. So those are the sorts of names that excite me. Does Gareth Bale excite me anymore? I love the guy. I wish him well. But with the circumstances as they are with the Welsh team and that, I hope there's no truth to it really. So I have done a flip-flop on my opinion on that. Anyway, that's my thoughts this morning. Hope everyone's excited. Have an early night. Don't do anything too crazy because tomorrow's game day. I love you all. Like, share and subscribe. And as always, guys, bye-bye.